Self-governing driving may be the future, however at show we live in a brilliant time of autos. For evidence, look not to the Bugatti Chiron or Dodge Hellcat, but rather regular rides like the Honda Civic Sport. In this particular case, I'm discussing the hatchback form, a body style with a rich history of reasonable execution. And keeping in mind that the Civic is unquestionably a shrouded diamond, it's in no way, shape, or form a special case. The Hyundai Elantra Sport, Mazda 3, and Volkswagen Golf likewise moved down the contention, however for the extent of this story I'm adhering to the Civic. Display and is some verifiable setting. With 180 strength and an asserted 2,864 pounds of check weight, the Civic Sport Incubate conveys 15.9 pounds for each of its stallions. That is not as much as the notable second age, a.k.a. Mk2, Volkswagen GTI 16V, the first Nissan Sentra SE-R, and the 7th age Civic Si hatchback. The 2017 auto is likewise just beneath the commended 6th era, 1999-2000, Civic Si car. In the present dollars, that 1999 Civic would cost about $25,500 new, influencing the 2017 model's base to cost of $22,215 a deal. What's more, the old Civic didn't accompany additional items like solidness control, side and window ornament airbags, or programmed atmosphere control. Like I stated, brilliant age. To summarize insightful papers, more research is expected to examine these early discoveries. However, a long end of the week in the driver's seat underpins the speculation that the Civic Sport hatchback is in any event deserving of specify in an indistinguishable discussion from its memorable progenitors. In the first place, there's the 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-chamber, which makes 177 pound-feet of torque in manual, sport trim. Other little removal turbo motors either pound you with moment torque or feel dead until the point that the lift comes in. Honda's engine influences the opposition to feel imbecilic. It's straight, smooth, and constructs force as the tachometer hurries to the red line. Manual transmissions are rare to the point that any shifter merits a basic pass just to urge more individuals to have a go at moving for themselves, yet this is one of the great ones. The seats are satisfactorily strong, and the pedals line up perfectly for heel-toe moves. In the Civic, you wind up charging hard in abnormal spots, such as going hard on the brakes coming up to an unfilled crossing point or letting out a capable of being heard woot at seeing a purge on ramp. It's the sort of auto you drive quick when no one's viewing, only for your own pleasure. We've effectively secured the nuts and bolts on the Civic bring forth, including the creative back payload cover. What's more, I really can't help contradicting Jeremy, I think the hatchback looks great, and I borrow the huge double focal fumes. Presently for the awful news, which is the scarcity of alternatives tormenting current autos with manual transmissions. You can't get the Honda Sensing Dynamic Well-Being Suite in this trim level, and the highest point of the line Sport Touring that gets all of you that exclusive accompanies a CVT. That implies no path takeoff cautioning, dynamic journey, or forward impact cautioning and crash relief slowing mechanism on the off chance that you need the stick move. In view of the lazy alignment of versatile journey in different Civics, this isn't an aggregate misfortune, however it could discourage well-being cognizant guardians and first-time purchasers from carrying on with the three-pedal way of life. And keeping in mind that the radio is blessedly straightforward with both a volume and tuning handle, there's no touch screen, which implies no Apple CarPlay or Android Auto like in pricier Civics. The Civic hatchback is one of those uncommon autos where the strong basics compensate for the absence of accessible present-day comfort. Hell, even the old-school keyed start turns out to be a piece of the Civic's repeating subject of driver engagement. The Civic Sport hatchback compensates the nostalgic idea of getting a charge out of the demonstration of driving.